Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Levy. Today, I will be making another slow English video. This time, I will be speaking about, notice about, pronunciation. Keep in mind, these videos are meant for, notice meant, they are meant for intermediate or advanced level learners who are looking to improve their listening comprehension or even work on their pronunciation. I have filmed other slow English videos. You can go check them out. Check them out. We can say check them out. You can go check them out on my channel. First, I'll, notice I will, we can say I'll. First, I'll cover the importance, notice importance, we can practice saying importance. First, I'll cover the importance of pronunciation, then I'll give a few recommendations based off of a conversation I recently had. Notice recently. Recently is okay, but we can practice saying recently. A conversation I recently had with my student where we discussed pronunciation practice in English. The first importance of pronunciation is to be understandable. Understandable so people can understand you. The first step is to be understandable. Then, once native speakers, notice native, but we will talk about the T sound today. So once native speakers can understand you, that is a great, notice great, that is a great first step. The next step is perhaps a very big and long step, maybe your whole life, is to get as close to a native speaker's pronunciation as possible. It is all right. It is all right to have an accent. Notice accent. Accent. It is all right to have an accent, but you want to minimize it, perhaps, and this practice or shadowing practice is a good way to do that. A good way to do that. So, there are two tips or pieces of advice that I spoke about with my student. Notice student. Student is great. We can understand you, but you can practice saying student. So the first piece of advice was singing songs. To sing songs. Singing songs and practicing even shadowing or singing at the same time. Notice at, singing at the same time are both good exercises. Good. They are both good. Good. They are both good exercises. Singing helps you also get the melody or the flow of the words, how to correctly, notice correctly, how to correctly connect words together. Singing is an amazing tool. Do not feel shy. The second tip is recording yourself. To record yourself speaking is a great idea. Sometimes we can't hear our own pronunciation or pronunciation mistakes unless we record ourselves and listen back to us speaking. I will move quickly or walk quickly, but notice, but I will speak slowly because there are many mosquitoes. Mosquitoes is okay, but we can practice saying mosquitoes. There are many mosquitoes which I have spoken about in another video. Mosquitoes are small insects which suck blood. You probably have them also in your country. Maybe not if you live in the city. Notice not. Maybe not if you live in the city. City, we can practice saying city if you live in the city. All right. Notice all right. We can practice saying all right. All right. The first sound, which is important, notice important. It is important, important. We can practice saying important is the T sound, but more specifically, the silent T or even the flap T sound, which, if you have noticed, if you have noticed, I focus on a lot, a lot. I focus on a lot during my videos. Winston asked a question. He commented twice, 2 times. So I will put his comment asking why I focus on the T sound so much. He wanted to know what's the reason? What's the purpose behind it? Notice it. What's the purpose? What's the reason behind it? So the T sound is important, but the reason I focus on it so much is because I don't see many other people or teachers who are stressing the importance. To stress is to showcase or to put emphasis on, to stress, to put emphasis on, to highlight. We talked about highlight, highlight. We can say highlight. To highlight the importance of the T sound. So I figured I will do it because no one else seems to do it so much. So it will be my job, my duty, my duty or duty. My duty is something that I need to do. That is my duty. I will give you some T sounds to work on or to practice. I will break it. I will break it into. To break it into is to separate. I will break it into two groups. The first are better. Better is okay, but we can practice better, water, butter. So better, we can say better, better. Water, we can say water, water. And butter, butter, we can practice saying butter, butter. I had a better day yesterday than today. I need some water. I am thirsty. In the morning, I enjoy having some butter. In the morning, I enjoy having some butter. Give those a shot. To give it a shot, shot. To give it a shot is to try it. Give it a shot. Try to practice pronouncing those words. Another important sound to work on is the A sound in, for example, man. Sometimes people say men or min. We can practice saying man or can or tan. Man, can, tan. Keep in mind, man is singular, men is plural. So man versus men. A man is walking to the store to get a can of soup. Then he will go to the beach to tan. A man is going to the store to get a can of soup. Then he will go to the beach and tan. Give that a shot and try to also find your own words or similar words to man, can, tan. Give it a shot. Then we also have sounds with double O or two O's. For example, school, pool, or tool. School, pool, tool. Notice there is a slight curve, a curve. So school, pool, tool. Yesterday, I went to school. After school, I went swimming in a pool. Then I needed to grab a tool to fix the pool. Yesterday, I went to school. After school, I went to the pool. Then I needed to get a tool to fix the pool. Try practicing this sound as well. Another sound that students have trouble with is the W sound with two L's. For example, dwell, well, or swell. Dwell, well, swell. These sounds can be tricky. Tricky means a little, notice little, a little difficult. They can be tricky, but with practice, you can start saying them quicker and quicker. Dwell, well, swell. My dwelling area is by the beach. I live well by the beach. My foot, notice foot, my foot swelled up after my injury. My foot swelled up after my injury. Another important sound that I have been requested to talk about, to talk about is the I sound in sit, sip, trip. Sit or sit, sip to sip water, or trip to go on a trip. I went on a trip where I had to sit and sip on some tea. I went on a trip where I had to sit and sip on some tea. The important difference is, for example, sit and seat. A seat or seat is where you sit. You sit in a seat. Be cautious. Cautious is careful, not to confuse sit and seat. These are two different pronunciations. Sit, seat. The last one I would want to talk about today is the WD sound. For example, would, Hollywood, or I would go to work tomorrow, but I feel sick. I have mentioned in my videos, sometimes I go to the woods. These are more small bushes behind me, but I go to the woods sometimes you can practice saying would, not would, but would. Hollywood. I am going to the woods. I would go shopping tomorrow, but I can't. Notice can't. I can't because I'm going to the woods. I would go shopping tomorrow, but I can't because I'm going to the woods. Hopefully, this pronunciation video was helpful. Remember that repetition is key. Is key means the most important. Repetition is to repeat a lot of times. A lot, we can say a lot. To repeat a lot of times. If there are other sounds that you struggle with or that I should cover, you can write those in the comments. Although I know there are some other ones that I could also mention in a future video. Thank you for all the support. Notice support, all the support and comments. Sometimes I am a little late in responding to comments or questions, but I try to read all of them and respond as fast as I can. So today I responded to Winston with a video, which is perhaps a better response than just messaging on YouTube. So if you have feedback, you can leave it in the comments. And if you support these videos, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll be making more slow English videos in the future. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.